What is up, my cutouts cardboard ninja here coming at you with the new mid-season pass for our Ravagers, which is Mind Hunt, I believe. Yeah, Mind Hunt. It is once again another mid-season pass. It has a whole bunch of additional crafts. Um, I really do hate these things, but whatever. Let's just get to it. Bunch of nothing in the first. Looks like you're going to get a KA2 flywheel in the second. A Hugin cabin, so you can get whatever you can craft on this. And don't worry, we're going to go over that in a minute. A second KA2, a second Hugin. That's actually good if you actually want the things from this pass. And it looks like you're going to get another Decor. If you haven't received one of these Decors before, you're going to get them now. Horrible. I mean, this is a good one. That's a good Decor, and that's a great Decor. That's a terrible retro Decor. Just mentioning that. Sorry, just minor aside. And looks as though there's a Thyrus. You get something, the wind generator for your garage, more paints, Thyrus at the very end, and of course your scouts container and some money. But let's go to the mid-season crafts. So a bunch of fusions for you out there for a bunch of things, and I've noticed that a couple of these might be in demand. I even may have gotten a couple, but I'll give you words of warning as I go through. Jiboku, durability, reload time, activation delay. Perfectly fine for Jiboku. Think it's not necessarily God fused, but just fine. Mandrake, nobody should be using these. If you got Mandrake from the previous season pass, it's actually better than this one. It's got the mass, it's got the reloading time, spread stability. Honestly, sure. I mean, the best thing we can put it is Mandrake sucks. It's just bad. You're not going to notice that spread stability. If you're moving when you fire the Mandrake at any given point in time, that's not going to matter. The Draco, OPAF, except it is not a perfect fusion remotely. This is, I would say, to be honest, I'm being completely honest here, poor man's in the game. If you're just looking for a fused Draco to get you in to end game, or if you don't have Draco in the first place, fine. If you happen to have an excess of Thyruses hanging around, fine. But let me explain something. Before you just upgrade to this Draco, this is not a God fusion, not close. So the third fusion, which is thermal effect rate, is dog shit for flame weapons. Flame weapons generate very little thermal effect, which is say the thermal debuff. Thermal effect rate of the Draco, if I recall correctly, is 0.70% per hit. And 25% of 0.7 means that it's not going to even be 1% per hit. You will not notice a damage difference with that. You're not going to. The third fusion that you want on Dracos, on Firebugs, on Remedies is projectile speed, or flame range, or whatever you want to call it. Range of fire. So range of fire 15% is actually projectile speed plus 15%. This means that your flame travels faster. So it's not like you're going to be sniping with these fucking things. That's not the point. The point is you won't have to lead your targets as far. It means that you'll actually be able to hit people a whole lot closer. So be on the lookout for that. It is a fusion. It is for Dracos. Yes, Dracos are big right now, but it is not a God fusion. They're trying to slip that in there, a non-God fusion, under your nose without you noticing. This is actually not going to help you hitting targets. Cyclone, once again, they really, really, really want everyone to have Cyclones. Durability, damage, range, rate of fire. Cyclones have been up for grabs. I don't even know how many times. This is no different. This is like maybe the third or fourth time. If you somehow wanted Cyclones fused for this, which you do because this is a God fusion, I mean, here it is again. So if you didn't get it before, time to finish that off. The Assembler. Durability, penetration ability, projectile speed. Look, it's bad. Assembler's dog shit. You're not going to get this. You shouldn't get this. You shouldn't waste a Thyrus on the Assembler. There was a very brief window of, I think it was 4 days, when they buffed the Assembler so that it was actually viable. Everyone used it, everyone was happy, and then they immediately said, whoops, this wasn't meant to be viable, and nerfed it directly back into the toilet. It is still in the toilet. Don't get this. The Parser. For those of us who have forgotten what the Parser is, it was an overpowered shotgun that was released several battle passes ago. Don't get this one. Here's why. It has durability, projectile charge time, and spread. Technically all good things, but not really. The spread bonus on the Parser is not I'm not going to say it's not noticeable, but originally when the parser was released, there was a bug with the Torero where when fully charged with the Torero's perk, it was a scorpion laser. You could punch through anyone's build. It is not the case right now. And even with spread stability, or spread, it's not going to change. Projectile charge time means that if you already have parsers, it's going to come to be fully charged before your other parsers are ready to fire. And the worst part is, egregious, is it's spread instead of range of fire. So, once again, believe it or not, durability, reload time, range of fire is the God Fusion. You want this. I even have a third parser just dicking around because I figured that it would never come up, but it hasn't yet. But no, range of fire is extremely important. These shotguns have one thing going for them that many people forget is when they're fully charged, their range is not balanced for a shotgun. 15% more of that range is butter. It's insane. This the parser, you might be like, well, I don't really see parsers out there. Yes, you do. If you ever go into air battles, parsers are extraordinarily brutal for removing aircraft parts, your movement parts, etc. So, not a God Fusion. Aspect, durability, damage, spread stability. I think you want time to overheat on this. So again, not a God Fusion, but for those of us who didn't know, aspects do just about as much damage as Punishers until the perk kicks in, and then the Punisher perk kicks in and overwhelms the aspect. But aspects are actually pretty good, though recent geometry changes have hurt this gun badly. But yeah, Tapfire Machine Gun is an okay machine gun in its current fusion, but not God Fused. Yokozuna, durability, maximum speed, power. This is rage bait, in my opinion. Durability is almost always good, but typically you're going to want mass reduction on a heavy cabin because you want to fit on more components and more things like that. Durability is a good second, especially if you're making a fire Yokozuna and you intend to have this thing exposed on the front. Maximum speed, this is the reason why it's a rage inducer, because the one that comes with the previous battle pass does not have maximum speed. Maximum speed is a very, very good upgrade to have on every cabin, let alone a heavy cabin. And power is very, very good as well, but not technically God Fused because with the Yokozuna's perk already gives it so much more power that you can actually skip that and you actually kind of want mass. So, not a God Fused Yokozuna by any means, but you could get it. It feels like a trap. The Arathon, sorry for my cough, nearly died on the edge of a mountain the other day. Durability, reload time, spread, great. This is a God Fusion. If you use the Arathon or like the Arathon, this is what you need to upgrade it into. The Fafnir, same. This is great Fafnir. So the idea is the point blank range cannon shotguns, reloading shotguns. You want that spread on them. I already went over the remedy with the Draco. Thermal effect rate is ass. In case you're wondering, the Draco was 0.7. And what's the remedy? 0.5. 0.5%. Takes 2 bullets from the remedy to actually give you 1% more damage, and 25% of 0.5 is 0.17. So you're looking at 0.625 or some shit like that. It's very bad upgrade. Very bad upgrade. Don't do it. GL55. Durability damage rate of spread, durability damage rate of fire. God Fused grenade launcher. This is a trap that I fell for. The Big Ram. Look, if you're trying to get into in-game right now, Big Ram spiders are one of the options. It's true. You need them fused for mass. This is true. Some of the builds on the exhibition have all of their legs mass fused, so you can't even do them without the mass fusion. Fair enough. But the trap is power penalty reduction. Power penalty reduction is great, except almost everyone in the entire game uses the Pegasus. When you're on a heavy build using 30 Big Ram legs, you're using the Pegasus anyway. The power penalty reduction does not help you. That is a dead fusion if you're using the Pegasus. I fucked up, bought them immediately because I was like, oh, I fucking Big Ram things, I need this. That was dumb and a mistake. Power penalty reduction, not as big as, if you use a Big Ram Walker for whatever reason and don't use the Pegasus, I guess technically this isn't that bad. The mass is, of course, huge, but the upgrade, the perfect fusion for Big Rams, in case you're interested, I don't have them, obviously, but Perfect fusion is acceleration efficiency. This is the exact same thing that goes on hovers. So you want mass, acceleration efficiency. That is the God fusion. Power penalty reduction is a consolation prize. And that's what they're doing. They're giving you consolation prized fusions. Be careful with that. You're going to end up paying a lot of money like I did just now, because as you can see, I have 4 pieces of them. I bought 4 of these Hugins. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I mean, it's better than nothing. Don't get me wrong. Hold on. It is better than nothing. I don't want you guys to go out there and be like, oh, well, I guess you said better than nothing, but it is a second place fusion. Bigfoot's durability, power, penalty reduction. I believe this is actually God fused. Bigfoot STs. You do want durability, power, penalty reduction. I may actually use my KA2 flywheels to get these. Finally, something that's not using the goddamn Hugin. GL's using the KA2 flywheels. Nothing above that's going to use anything else. The Oppressor, mass, bonus to speed. This is technically a God fusion for standard builds. So if you're using a standard build that uses the Oppressor engine, this is God fused. You should get it. If you are using a Leviathan, obviously you would prefer the durability. RN Seal, skip it. Doesn't matter what it says here. The reason why I'm saying that is because this, if you're part of the current battle pass, they're replacing these anyway. Like this replacement exists. Isn't it called something? Isn't that like a thing? The Aquilo. This is the replacement. You're getting it for free. There it is. Get this. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Don't do that. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Don't do this. Don't do this. Okay, so actually, while I'm saying that out loud, here's the deal. If you're a free player, that's where I'm giving you the advice from. Most people already have fuse RN Seals. So what am I saying about this RN Seal? The idea is this. And the reason why you should most likely skip this is if you're a new player, you likely don't give a crap about the distinction between the RN Seal and the Aquilo. It's going to be almost nominal to you. You're new. You're gathering stuff for your wasteland journey. Do you need both? You don't. If you are super rich, yes, obviously grab both. And the reason why is because the RN Seal actually, when moving, still has better, not cooling, but has better radiator effects, which is to say you get more bullets in your gun, right? And this matters mightily for shotguns. So if you're using a fast shotgun build, the RN Seal outperforms the Aquilo. That even in DPS, just even in straight up DPS, that's the reason why the energy cost of the Aquilo is the same as the RN Seal. Believe it or not, the Aquilo and the RN Seal for fast builds heavily favors the RN Seal over the Aquilo. So, if you're on a fast-moving shotgun brick, if you're on a fast-moving shotgun dog, if you're on a fast-moving anything, including fire dogs, the RN Seal will outperform the Aquilo. But the Aquilo is better for Cyclone builds. The Aquilo is better for Aurora builds. It's better basically for anything that isn't sprinting at you at top speed, trying to get past you at top speed. Sorry for wasting so much time going through this pass, but I do want to make sure that new players don't get screwed. New players, if you don't want to spend money on this game, and I highly recommend you don't. This is probably the reason why I don't have a fucking what are those things called? One of those accounts that lets me have everything. One of those things that are granted by Targum, because I keep saying don't spend money on their game, but don't. Don't. You're already getting the other one if you already spent money. Don't get both of them. You're not going to notice the difference. You will notice the difference, but you're not really going to care. Expanded ammo pack, mass, module efficiency, great fusion. Thyrus's mass reload, rate of fire. Let's compare that to the one from the BP. Durability, reload, projectile speed. Oof. Okay, so here's the deal. Rate of fire only matters when the perk is off. So rate of fire is when it fires each of its shots individually, goes da 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 da. That's the speed. It will instead go da 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 da, which is good, except that means you don't have the perk charged. Projectile speed is very important. Remember, Thyruses are not they're not hit scan. They're scorpions, effectively. They're mass accelerators. So it takes time for them to get the shots to get their target. It's up to you to determine which one you prefer. 25% is a massive increase, probably because of the fact that it's not always going to work. Because of the fact that you might actually charge the perk. So it's up to you. Honestly, I can't really. It's too difficult to call. It's not too difficult to call, actually. Projectile speed works 100% of the time. So it's not a God Fusion, but it's alright. You can also craft a regular Thyrus, which I believe is required to craft the upgraded Thyrus. You get KA2 flywheels, upgraded KA2 flywheels, but it takes 2 flywheels to do it. I don't know why that's there. That's not really fair. It is mass efficiency. Technical God Fusion. There are durability efficiency and mass efficiency. I have a durability efficiency KA2 flywheel. That is second place to the mass efficiency. But don't get it. Don't. This is a trap. This is a motherfucking trap, by the way. This is the biggest trap in the battle pass. Don't. Don't even get it. Don't. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because this. The KA3 giraffe. Don't do it. Don't. Just save your money and wait. Be patient. Have you ever heard of the saying, good things come to those who wait? This is the good thing. Just wait. Just fucking wait. Don't do it. Don't. Slap your hand. Don't do it. There is no don't. Save your money. Jesus Christ. Don't. No. Get this. Get this one. God Fusion. Better version. Free. I mean, if you already have the Ravager's Ascension, just be patient. Don't do it. Don't fall for that shit. And that's it. There you go. That's all. There you have it. It's just that easy. So, hope you guys enjoy the mini pass. Don't get debated like me. Don't go to the market. Don't do this. Don't just purchase them. Don't fall for that. Unless you really, really want the things. There's not a lot of God Fusions on this offering, so you've been warned. Now you know. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Don't fuck up. This should have been different. These are the ones that you get in the original BP. What I'm going to do, by the way, in case anyone is interested, I'm not going to get rid of my current big rams because, one, those are tanking. And this is what I recommend to everyone else, by the way, because the current market of these are tanking. Buy these. I'm actually not joking. Wait for these to dip. They've already crashed. Wait for them to dip further and get some. Here's why. You can refuse these in a later fusion event when they're like, oh, it only takes one thing. Great, perfect. Use those extra legs, fuse them up for acceleration efficiency. That's my plan. Anyway, hope to be helpful to you. Have a good one. Peace.